In the first episode of Lovely Runner, we're taken back to July 22nd, 1989. While everyone else is buzzing about an eclipse, Sol is in a hospital bed. Her mom, Park Bok-soon, tries to lift her spirits by chatting and listening to the radio. But Sol is lost in her own thoughts, not even noticing when her mom accidentally bumps her toe. As her mom steps out to grab something for the cut, she accidentally knocks over a glass vase. Sol quietly grabs a sharp piece, hinting at her inner turmoil. Meanwhile, we follow the Eclipse Band, a group of young men, as they head to a radio show. They're brimming with excitement, especially in Hyuk, who gets an autograph from one of his celebrity crushes along the way. The band has only been around for 2 months, but is already making waves, promoting themselves by calling fans of the radio station and even doing a popularity test. However, when Sung-yi tries to call Sol's phone, things take an unexpected turn. Sol hesitates to answer, and another patient complains about the ringing, urging her to pick up. Reluctantly, Sol answers the call, and Sung-yi, one of the band members, asks if she knows their music. Admitting she's unfamiliar, she's about to hang up when the radio presenter steps in, urging her to stay on the line. He announces that she's won a pair of running shoes, but Sol brushes off the prize, saying she doesn't need them. Despite the presenter's attempt to sweeten the deal with an indoor exercise bike, Sol remains indifferent. Growing frustrated, she suddenly lashes out, expressing her longing to walk again. She accuses them of making fun of her, declaring her current indifference towards life, and abruptly ends the call. The presenter quickly apologizes, and Sung-yi steps in to offer words of encouragement to Sol. He expresses gratitude for her resilience and urges her to keep fighting for the people who care about her. Touched by his kindness, Sol begins to cry, and her mom enters the room to comfort her. Fast forward to December 2022, and Sol is in a much happier place. She's now a dedicated fan of Eclipse, particularly smitten with the heartthrob Ryu Sung-yi. Her room is adorned with posters and memorabilia of him, showcasing her unwavering devotion. However, her joy is interrupted when she realizes her grandmother has taken her prized watch from Sung-yi and is wearing it. Determined to retrieve it, Sol enlists the help of her family, eventually persuading her grandmother to return it with a little persuasion. Sol eagerly anticipates the upcoming Eclipse concert, the band's first in 5 years. However, things haven't been easy for the group during this hiatus. Sung-yi, one of the band members, is exhausted and considering retirement despite objections from the manager. Despite the band's struggles, Sol is thrilled to attend the concert. Before heading out, she quickly fulfills a last-minute request from a client, a shaman in need of video editing. Once finished, she prepares for the concert and is picked up by her friend, Lee Hyun-ju. During the ride, Hyun-ju surprises Sol with an old-school yearbook from a friend who attended the same high school as Sung-yi. Sol can't help but admire Sung-yi's charm even in his high school days. She reflects on how she never noticed him despite attending neighboring schools. Hyun-ju playfully teases Sol about her past crushes, including one who dropped out of school after her accident. At the concert venue, Sol reunites with another friend after Hyun-ju drops her off. The two friends excitedly discuss the concert while snapping photos to capture the moment. However, their joy is momentarily dampened by negative comments from some fans who feel Sung-yi is receiving too much attention. Despite this, Sol refuses to let the negativity ruin her excitement. As she basks in the pre-concert atmosphere, Sol receives an unexpected call from a job interview she had applied for weeks ago. Despite the timing with the concert just hours away, she decides to seize the opportunity and agrees to attend the interview. Unfortunately, the interview doesn't go as planned. Sol faces discrimination as the office is not wheelchair accessible, leading to her disqualification from the job. Despite the setback, Sol maintains her positivity and decides to make her way back to the concert venue. However, her journey is fraught with challenges as she encounters traffic delays, loses her ticket, and struggles to convince the staff to let her enter the concert. Despite facing obstacles, Sol remains outside the concert venue, fully immersed in the performance as a devoted fan. Her heart swells with emotion when Sung-yi unexpectedly changes the setlist and performs Eclipse's debut song, the very track that initially captivated her. The song, a poignant melody about unexpected encounters akin to summer rain showers, resonates deeply with Sol. After the concert, tensions arise within the band as one member in Hyatt confronts Sung Yi for his desire to retire without informing the rest of the group. Sung Yi, visibly distressed, requests solitude to collect his thoughts, promising to address the issue later. Meanwhile, Im Sol faces her own string of misfortune as her phone breaks, leaving her unable to contact her friend Hyun Ju. With snowflakes beginning to fall, Im Sol struggles to make her way home on the verge of tears. Just when it seems like her luck couldn't get any worse, Sung Yi unexpectedly crosses paths with Im Sol. As expected, Im Sol is initially speechless, overwhelmed by the unexpected encounter with Sung Yi. She stammers through an explanation of her fandom before tears of gratitude stream down her cheeks. Moved by her sincerity, Sung Yi offers his umbrella to shield her from the falling snow and lends her his heat pad for warmth. Im Sol is deeply touched and expresses her heartfelt thanks for how his music has impacted her life. Just as Sung Yi prepares to accompany her home, Hyun Ju arrives, offering further assistance. Im Sol gratefully accepts the help and exchanges a fan-made gift with her friend. Upon returning home, Im Sol excitedly questions her mother about the identity of her mysterious savior from the accident, but her inquiries only elicit vague responses and strange behavior from her mother, leaving Im Sol puzzled about the truth behind her accident. Later, while Im Sol indulges in fangirling over Sung Yi's concert photos, Sung Yi finds himself alone in his hotel room, surrounded by a scattered array of pills. In a shocking turn of events, he leaps from his balcony into the pool below, sparking widespread rumors of suicide that devastate Im Sol upon learning the news. Frantically, she rushes out, clutching the Sung Yi watch, only to have it slip from her grasp and fall into the nearby river. Meanwhile, Sung Yi is rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead on January 1, 2023. Yet, in a bizarre twist, the watch undergoes a mysterious transformation at the exact moment of Sung Yi's death, emitting a brief light and seemingly reversing time. Guided by this unexpected occurrence, Im Sol manages to retrieve the watch from the river, setting the stage for further revelations and mysteries to unfold. Im Sol's heart shatters as she reads the news confirming Sung Yi's tragic death by suicide. Unable to accept his departure, she collapses by the riverbank, her tears merging with the flowing waters. In an inexplicable moment, time freezes, and Im Sol finds herself transported back to 2008, her high school days. Driven by an urgent need to find Sung Yi, she rushes to the neighboring school, where she discovers him practicing for the Beijing Olympics. Overwhelmed by emotion, Im Sol confronts Sung Yi about his hidden arm injury, confessing her love for him despite their unfamiliarity. Security intervenes, forcibly removing her from the premises, leaving Im Sol questioning the reality of her experience. As she grapples with the uncertainty of her situation, Im Sol's senses are jolted by the sensation of pain, grounding her in the present moment. Encountering Sung Yi once more, she desperately tries to prevent him from crossing the symbolic threshold of the bridge, fearing the implications of his transition to the afterlife. Despite her efforts, Sung Yi remains resolute, denying ownership of the watch. Im Sol returns to him and departing in a taxi. Returning home at her mother's behest, Im Sol is both comforted and disoriented by the familiarity of her surroundings. Grateful for her grandmother's continued health and recognition, she confronts the prospect of reliving the trauma of her accident. Despite her turmoil, Im Sol finds solace in the hope that her current reality is but a fleeting dream, seeking refuge in the promise of sleep. Meanwhile, Sung Yi receives a call from his father, who enthusiastically praises his swimming prowess. After the conversation, Sung Yi discovers the watch Im Sol had given him and ponders over her gesture. He wrestles with uncertainty about her mental state, but finds himself intrigued by her nonetheless. The following day, Im Sol wakes up to find herself still in 2008. Fueled by determination to alter Sung Yi's fate, she eagerly prepares for school. Along the way, she encounters Sung Yi and is overcome with emotion as she recalls his tragic demise. Unaware of the rain pouring down, Im Sol is consumed by tears. Sensing her distress, Sung Yi leaves his friend behind and approaches her, offering his umbrella for shelter. As they stand together in the rain, their eyes meet, marking the end of the episode, leaving viewers to ponder the significance of their encounter and Im Sol's mysterious mission to change Sung Yi's destiny.